Yo, what up guys, Mr. Russ here, back from MBR Starcast, about some more live League of Legends gameplay for you guys today. Well, not necessarily live, it's spectator mode, but for some reason my spectator mode is having problems and it's playing it like used to do back in the old days. I don't know why it's going like it is. I think LoL replays are being a little bit buggy at the moment, but I really wanted to do a commentary over this game as it was good fun. Played it yesterday, even though yesterday means nothing because my video, every time I make a video, it's uploaded about a week later than when I've done it. But today we're playing as Zed again. I'm loving Zed so much, even though this is actually his nerf. He has been nerfed in the latest patch. I think it means that, I can't remember what exactly has been nerfed, but I'm pretty sure you can only do his E once in his W form instead of twice. I believe he used to do it before. I could be wrong. It was something like that, I think. That's what I was told. But I haven't actually read it myself. Zed's still OP in my mind, or it depends who plays him, I guess. But as we didn't see the home screen because it was bugging out like this, we're against a Veigar today. They have a Tryndamere top, Nasus jungle, Fresh and Ezreal bottom, whilst for us we have a Varus and Fresh bottom, Nasus top for us and Lee Sin jungle, whilst myself mid. So obviously this was blind pick, so Veigar picked someone who was like, well, he picked Veigar because he thinks he's going to go against an AP champion and he's going to have his ultimate and he can literally just blow anyone up, and that was obviously what his thinking was. But unfortunately for him, my thinking wasn't the same. I was there, I was like, who do I want to play? You know, we really need someone AP, as everyone on our team is pretty much AD bar Fresh, but he's really not your AP carry. So I was like, well, we could get Caston or something. But I was like, well, at the end of the day, sure we miss our AP if I go Zed, but the burst potential that he offers with his ultimate is insane. You know, the fact that you can literally, as soon as you chuck your ultimate on the AD carry, you can pretty much one-shot them as long as you play it right and they don't flash away. They're just literally going to instantly die, and that's what's so nice about Zed, and the fact that his cooldown on his ultimate is pretty quick as well. So, obviously today we're going to be viewing it all in my perspective, so it's like it's actually pretty much live really, but obviously the commentary is going to be a little bit different, as I probably talk a little bit more in this video instead of when I'm normally there just zoned out thinking, oh my god, oh my god. Item wise, what we started off for today, we have started off for our red elixir once again. That's pretty much a standard build of when I play Zed, unless I'm a little bit worried who I'm laning against, but generally I always buy the red elixir because it's just so OP. The fact how strong it can make you for those 3 minutes is crazy. Tryndamere does pick first blood over our Nasus, but that's not to worry. The problem with Nasus against Tryndamere early game is if Nasus plays too aggressive, Tryndamere will cut him down, especially when Nasus runs Ghost and doesn't have Flash. You just can't get away, so you just have to play very safe with Nasus until you hit level 6 against someone like a Tryndamere or a Zed or something. But then as soon as you get your like Iceborne Gauntlet on Nasus, then it's just GG then. But yeah, nevertheless, I generally wouldn't put my elixir until level 3, so that I have my QWE. I go Q first, then my E, and then my W second. You see that I actually popped it here. The reason I wasn't really originally going to pop it there. I'd only really pop it if I knew I could make a hard engagement happen on someone and can do the damage that I wanted to secure, because now that the reason I popped it was I saw the Lee Sin was coming and I thought we might be able to make something happen, but unfortunately Veigar was too far pushed back, so we didn't. So now, this whole time now, my elixir is just ticking away. And it's doing me no good, so it means that the timing window I have to kill with my elixir is running out, and you know, if I don't make a kill happen within 3 minutes or I get killed myself, then it literally just means I've just wasted 350 gold for no reason. Unless you really went out on your farm, but to get that kill is really important. I think at the moment, farm-wise, 22 CS, so it's highest in game to Veigar's 11, so we're already double his farm, so we're really being aggressive. Veigar can't do much, because the thing with Zed is that Veigar needs to use his Q to farm, because obviously it upgrades. Oh, even Lee Sin died to Tryndamere, everyone's down to him. The thing with Veigar is exactly like Nasus, he has to use his Q to farm so it gets stronger every time, whilst Zed doesn't have that, and I don't need mana, so I can just continue these harassment with my W and Q combo, and you see the amount of HP, or how his HP is at the moment. So at this point in time, you know, I'm there. My elixir is coming about halfway through, so it's got about a minute and a half left. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm just trying to rush to level 6 as quick as possible because I know as soon as I hit level 6, I'll be able to kill him. I'm not sure if I think I just run away. There is a point where I try and fight Nasus and Veigar at the same time, but obviously not in this situation. So we're looking right, you know. I'm not. Oh, maybe it is this situation. The Ignite has been thrown down onto Veigar, and that will be the end of him. And Nasus is here trying to battle me in his little Spirit Stone. He has that OP flash on top of me there. Doesn't get much more OP than that. And the problem was Nasus was fighting me at level 3 and I'm level 5, so I'm just going to be a lot stronger. I've got my red elixir, and people just underestimate when you have a red elixir. You know, I've had it to me where I went against a possibly a Jax or something, and they just killed me instantly because they had this red elixir and I just didn't. Oh no, a Fizz, that's what it was, a Fizz. And I just didn't predict the damage that they would throw out. It's crazy. So I'm now over to back. My elixir is going to die out before I can get a second kill on it. Sometimes, you know, you can fit. Oh, I have got 2 kills in theory, but so it has kind of worked out, but generally you'll be able to fit 2 kills against your laning opponent, because if you do it at the right time, you'll be able to kill them around level 3 and 4, and then when you come back you'll be able to kill them at level 6. But by the time I hit level 6, my red elixir is mostly likely going to run out unless I go super crazy on Veigar like I am, and that could well be the end for him anyway. So we made 3 kills out of our elixir. Wow, I couldn't remember that. That's crazy. And it also helped the fact that we have a BS sword on us as well, because we got that double kill on the farm we had. We're now up to 40 CS. We were able to afford a BS sword, which means I have 144 attack damage on myself with that red elixir, which is just insane. And Veigar can't do anything against that, you know. He's all about killing AP champions and farming and becoming a late game champion, because he needs to keep farming up his Q like Nasus, and that's why Nasus is weak early game. And the same thing goes for Veigar. So even with our red elixir timing out now, because we're level 7 plus our BS sword, we still have 120 attack damage, which is just huge. So we're able to mount down this turret, we're, you know, chopping it down quite quickly. I wanted to kill it as quick as possible so that I'd be able to start to roam around, because once you get 3 kills on an assassin like Zed, Kali, Kassadin, someone like that, that's when you want to start roaming around, because that's when you're your strongest point, you know. The fact that I have a BF sword so early in the game means that anyone I face up against with my ultimate, I will kill. There's no doubt about it. But just a problem that my ultimate's about 120 seconds without any cooldown, and also level 1. Again, Veigar decides to fight me once again. I was always confident that I'd win that. I was a little bit worried when he put the Ignite on, but I had a health bot ticking away anyway. And we were able to chop him down easily again. So it's happy days. Like I say, unfortunately we can't watch any other lanes, so I don't want to really mess up our camera, but it's just like we're watching a live game anyway. We'll just see what I'd looked at. I don't know if we'll see. I guess it's just going to follow our champion. It won't show where my actual, yeah, because it's locked onto my champion. It won't show the actual like camera movements I did, so where I look at top C or something going on. So Nasa's struggling a little bit up at Trinity. Against Trinity at the moment. Trinimir's getting pretty fed. He's up to 5 kills, 52 CS, so he's actually got more CS than me and a kill, so he's keeping our team in it whilst I'm keeping my team in it, so not a problem. These things happen, you know, we'll get around it. And what we're going to keep doing is destroying this Veigar in the mid lane and keep up farming him to our 52 CS to his 23, so double his CS and a little bit more, which is just OP. And there's not much you can do about it. My Ignite's going to be up in the next 3 seconds, along with my ultimate. He's not even level 6 yet, so you know, just the damage I do off my Q alone, I know that I can literally, as soon as I put my ultimate on him, I will destroy him. He will just get annihilated. And he kind of knows that. He's trying to play a little bit safe, but obviously he needs to farm. He's farmed so far behind, and Veigar needs farmed for his Q to get strong. So it's important for him to farm, but I know that, and that's what I'm doing, is trying to keep him off it and harass him down. And we're going to look for ultimate. We're looking, oh, I was looking for it. 2 levels higher than him, he's actually hit level 6 now, we're still 2 levels higher. I think I remember this point, I was trying to use my W to W back into it, but I think I was too far away to actually activate that, otherwise I would have used that, because you would never have seen it coming and I would ult him. But generally I like to use my W as an escape move. If I can get on top of them without using my W, then it's happy days, because if you've got your W to escape, if anyone ganks you, you go under the turret, it allows you to get away. And I can tank the turret up fine, you know, I'm not going to walk into his stun, and it's happy days, no problem whatsoever. we've got some health pots on us, 4 health pots in fact. We've got a Vampire Scepter as well. So we've got a nice little lifesteal going for us, plus I have lifesteal quintessences for this. Well, that's why I play with Zed, so it's all good. So we're now up to 5 kills, same as Tryndamere. He's 5 CS up on us, but there he is. So I knew I was like, I'm going to come shut down Tryndamere now, but unfortunately, I think he had the same kind of idea. He wanted to go mid lane and try and find me, and so he comes over to my lane for a little bit. You know, me and him both on the same amount of kills, pretty much going to be around the same CS now, 70 to his 73. So we have both Tryndamere and Nasus in my lane. Have no ultimate at the moment and no ignite, so I'm not really going to be looking to do anything because this is, you know, Tryndamere will just pop his ultimate and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, his ultimate is just OP. The damage he's doing from his auto attacks there are just too strong, but it's not a problem. I'm not scared of him. He's still a little pussy to me. I am Zed the assassin. With this skin I'm like all electricity and stuff, so I'll just fry his brains as soon as he comes near me. So he does actually decide to come back for some more. I don't know where Veigar went. Veigar seemed to have disappeared. He was in lane a second ago. So I used my W to get away and the slow effect on it. We are actually going to fight him. He has popped his ultimate earlier. I realised this and I was like, wow, you know, I can walk away from this easily. I end up flashing. I end up picking a kill because of my turret, but I wish I flashed earlier. I just didn't expect the auto attack damage to do was just crazy. He just absolutely just chomped me down. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I guess obviously with his ultimate as well, he gets the Fury or whatever. I'm not sure how he fully works. I got a rough idea. But I just didn't predict the damage, so I could have flashed earlier and I would have survived had I flashed one auto attack before, but that's life. We look at the death cap, it's 848 from his basic attack, like what the hell? I'm not even doing a move, just trying his basic attack. It's just insane. So for whatever reason I was a bit annoyed. Lee Sin, who's been moaning at flipping Nasus this whole game, I was like, he's just camping bot lane, doing nothing in bot lane. We can't really see it, but you can see in the minimap that he's just there covering bot lane whilst I've got their jungler and Veigar, both who stack their Qs up in mid lane, and he just killed the turret for no reason. It was just a free turret for them to secure mid turret, which is one of the most important turret in the game really, because that's where you want to push his mid lane. And we lose it because Lee Sin's too busy camping bottom and making nothing happen. It wouldn't be so bad if he was like making a play happen and he secured the turret, but they don't, so it's a bit annoying. So we use pop our ultimate on Nasus. Nasus flashes away, so we can't complete that, but we're still able to pick up Veigar anyway without our ultimate. And then Nasus, for whatever reason, then decides to pop his ultimate and gets nowhere near me, or he pops it like, and I'm like half the map away from him, and I just see that and I'm like, wow, I know I'm not going to fight you now, so I'll see you later. And that's a 100-second cooldown wasted for no reason, so there we go. To all efforts, Lee Sin did actually pick up a kill down in the bot lane and shut down Ezreal. Ezreal was getting fed 3 kills at this point. I'm pretty sure it does go up and up as the game goes on. And Varus picking up a kill with Fresh, which is important. And Varus is up to his first kill. He's got a nice CS compared to their Ezreal. Tryndamere is in the lead. I'm up to 90 CS at the moment, but Tryndamere is on a fine 109. He has killed that top lane turret, so he's pushing hard in there. Top there onto the tier 2. I've secured my tier 1 in the mid lane. Obviously they picked up mine, but it means that because of that I can kind of roam around a little bit more now, and I'm trying to help Nasus out and obviously bot lane or whatever's needed, because I'm so OP, you know. I've got my Bloodthirster 13 minutes in. I don't know, I've had it for a little bit while, so it's obviously been a bit longer than 13 minutes, but there we go. We come down to this bot lane, top lane. I think it must have been warded. Oh, it wasn't warded actually. Tryndamere decided to back there. I think I throw my Q and I actually hit him here, and he gets away with, like, that must be about 10 HP or something he has on him there. But unfortunately my W's got too much of a long cooldown and I can't get in range for him, and it's pointless taking all the turret hits to try and secure it, so I just don't have enough up to do anything. But it burnt his flash, which is, you know, it's good. You know, it's like a 300-second cooldown, so it means if I come there again he's not going to be able to get his way as easily. But their blue buff's up, so for all that, you know, I'm happy that I can take that blue buff because that will give me some nice cooldown. You see at the moment my 100 second on my ultimate and 6 seconds on my Q, and now changed it to 4.8 to 18. That's 20 seconds less on my ultimate at level 2, which is huge, because generally I build cooldown boots and the brutalizer, which would give me more CC. So once you got the blue buff with that as well, it's just crazy. We do actually ult him here. I use my W to obviously dodge his stun, and I was hoping my ultimate would be able to avoid it, but it didn't. So when I actually hit him, I just stood there and was unable to put any combo on him whatsoever, so I was like, no. But luckily I was able to get 1 Q, and that was enough, because he's just so squishy. So we're now having a 1v1 against Tryndamere here. I do decide to use my W to get away. I have put a nate on him. I don't know if he had his ultimate up then, or if he'd already pressed it or what. I don't think he possibly didn't, I'm not sure. But nevertheless, Lee Sim kicked him in the face and he died, so happy days. So we're now up to 8 kills, the 1 death and the 1 assist, 108 farm. As we've been kind of moving around, we haven't been able to farm as much as I'd like to, but catching up on Tryndamere, 4 CS behind him, which is the main thing. So Veigar's got a nice farm for himself, 102, so he's doing alright as well. Even though Ezreal is now up to 7 kills, so what, he was on 3 kills about 2 minutes ago or something like that. He's now up to 7 kills. God knows how that just happened, but he does with his BF sword and his what is that item? I can't even think what it is. A sheen, that's what it is. There we go. I didn't want to look at it. I know I'd remember. So I'm there. I'm looking at my items, and I've got my Bloodthirster. 206 damage that gives me, and I know that I can destroy pretty much anyone I come against, bar Tryndamere. I have a little bit of problem with him just purely because of how fed he is. He has 7 kills, so I actually have a kill more than him. But you know, his ultimate what just changes him completely. I can burst him down whatsoever. I put my ultimate on him, which is my main engagement tool, which would destroy him. But then he just pops his ultimate, and he survives through the tick on my ulti. So that's why Tryndamere is pretty good against even though we did play a game against Tryndamere the other day. Actually, I uploaded a video against top lane against Tryndamere and we destroyed him, but I don't think he was the best at what Tryndamere is. This one certainly knows a little bit more on what he's up to. So we're coming here. Nasa's here. Nasa's popped his ultimate. I've popped my ultimate as well. And for whatever reason, I don't know if he thought he wasn't going to get killed as quick or something. Possibly because I had my ultimate, and obviously that then exploded, and then Nasus must have queued him or something. He just didn't expect the damage he was going to take. So we dropped him down. Helps Nasa out. He gets his first kill, and this is the point where Nasus can start to try and get a little bit more free farm now, and obviously some gold behind him to put him back to where he needs. You know, you can kill Nasus off early game, but he will always come back late game as long as he gets a little bit of farm and a kill here and there. As soon as he gets his Iceborne Gauntlet, it does change things, which you will see as this game kind of progresses. That's why Nasus is just so OP. I do love Nasus. Nasus will carry the game any time of the day. So 8 kills now, up to 2 assists. We do actually come along here. I'm like, oh holy shit, I knew they were all missing, but I didn't expect them to all be there, so I'm like, shit. Able to actually flash away and get away from all 3 of them. Ezreal pops his True Shot Barrage and we still get away. And then stupidly enough, I'm here, like I really want to try and just harass someone with my W. Chuck my Q in there. Ezreal's about to kill Fresh, boom, done. And then Ezreal gets a lucky, or not a lucky, I guess he wanted to see if anyone was there. He fires it in, and luckily, unfortunately for me, the red buff of him was taken away, and that's what eventually killed me. The Misty Shot did do 520 damage, crazy. But the red buff ticked, and that was what killed me, unfortunately. And I should have went back, but I was. I don't know why I stayed there. It was a bit of a silly thing, and it picked up my second death, and it was all unfortunate. But what I was mentioning earlier is I completely get sidetracked as I generally do. I picked up my Bloodthirst, and I'm like, well, that's enough damage for me. So I now want to become safe and be able to go in there with my ultimate and not worry about getting blown up and destroyed. So as you can see, I've got the makings of a GA. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete it on my back then because I died a little bit quicker than what I expected to. So I picked up a pickaxe just so I could build into a Last Whisper eventually. And it's nice to have that damage there because I will eventually be able to pick up enough gold. I know by the time my next back, within farm, and I'm sure I'm going to get a kill or 2 along the way, I'd be able to form my GA. So just having the pickaxe there allows me to do a little bit more burst. But the GA means that if I pop my ultimate on someone, I can then, even if they kill me, I've then got a second chance to get away, and by that time, my cooldowns are going to kind of be off, so I'm going to be able to use my W again to sort of escape, which means I can W to escape, and then if they kill me, then hopefully I've got my W to escape when I re-arrive from my GA. That's the thinking behind that, so it's alright. Generally I wouldn't go for a GA as early, but as the way the game's going, I know Tryndamere will like destroy me, and Ezreal, Ezreal's got 9 kills, so it's certainly a scary time for us. Nasus is putting the hurt down on me here. He does actually decide to back off. I was thinking about ulting him, but I was like, we're alright. Looks like Varus has picked up a kill over Ezreal, which is happy days, what we need. Nasus and Tryndamere are both there, so I'm going to happily stroll out of there. I don't want to be meeting both of them. You know, when Nasus is slow and then Tryndamere just getting on top of me with his slow as well, it would just be GG. So I'm pinging here. This is all my ping saying like, look guys, they're all here. They're coming to get your asses. We find Veigar here. We jump on top of him. We ignite him. I didn't want to use my ultimate because I knew he was so squishy. I didn't want to waste it on him because it would have just been pointless. I wanted to save my ultimate for the likes of Tryndamere when it's needed. I do think Lee Sin actually gets killed here. We popped our ultimate onto Tryndamere there, and that's the problem. You see it just blew up just as he went off the side of your screen there, and he has his ultimate and he lasts through it. There's nothing we could do about it. We need to pop it on him so that we can burst through his damage, but whatever you do, he's always going to pop his ultimate. But nevertheless, we got Nasus down and actually put Varus onto a killing spree, I believe. He's up to 4 kills now, so he obviously must have been 1 to 3 at one point, and he's had 3 kills in a row. So he's coming back in a little bit, which is good to see. There's no point us really staying around here to kind of fight Ezreal. We're not going to be able to get the turret with him there, so we're just back. I'll steal their golems quickly. You know, it's about 100 G's worth of gold. I do think Fresh decides to fight. I don't know why. We can't see it. Fresh does. If you see his health, he had full HP, and for whatever reason, he decided to go back and try and fight Ezreal in 1v1. I don't know why he did it, and then he walks into his True Shot Barrage. It's just like, wow, GG. You can even see by my cheeky comment with the lol there. It was bad times. But there we go. The bronze players as well. It was just so stupid by Fresh, the fact that me and Varus were backing, we had no really much HP, and then Fresh decides to walk in there and try and attack Ezreal, and then Ezreal pretty much destroys him, and then he then gets away and then still walks into his ultimate. So yeah, bad times. Because of that, we haven't been able to afford our GA just yet, so by come the second back we will. It's about 1400 we need, so we need another 300 Gs. Nasus, who's been left alone, he's just been up top farming, has actually been able to kill both the tier 1 and the tier 2, so happy days for that. It's what we need. It's nice communal gold. That's 300 gold to everyone, and he's then, even with only 1 kill behind him and 5 deaths, he's then able to solo Tryndamere anyway, so it's the that is the turning point now. This is where Nasus is starting to get into his own. Lee Sin is in a bit of danger here. He uses W to get away, but he decides to come back in here, and Veigar actually pops his ultimate onto him, but unfortunately for him, obviously Lee Sin's AD, so it doesn't really do much. But Lee Sin comes back. Obviously he didn't expect Veigar to flash in like he did, and then he ignited, so that's the only reason he really killed him there. Was that his first kill? His first kill he picked up there. He's also 100 CS behind me. Our CS actually highest in the game now. Not as high as I'd like it to be, but because of how much we've had to be running about to help the team out, it's reasonable. You know, we've got 10 kills behind us, so you can't argue with that. But Veigar just can't do anything. He's just useless against Zed, purely because I'm AD. And this is enough said. And I've just stopped him farming, so his Q does no damage either anyway. So overall, we're looking good. Lee Sin's kind of got a mix of everything. Nasus is starting to complete his ice spawn now. He went for a Warmog to start off with, which is not too bad, but I think the armor would have been more important. Lee Sin just wants to cut everyone anew. Flipping out, this guy. Fresh has got an Aegis on him, which is nice to see. And whilst our Varus has got a Phantom Dancer and a Bloodthirster, so he's looking pretty reasonable. Better farm than Ezreal, but obviously Ezreal does have 13 kills. They're Tryndamere, Phantom Dancer, and the Bloodthirster, and then a bit of crit there, so looking to try and do heavy damage. Then Nasus is rushed into a Hydra first. Wouldn't really recommend that at all. It's alright as a late game fighting item, but to rush in it as your first item, it's not what you want from Nasus. You need Nasus to be tanky. That's probably why I can kill him so easy, to be honest. We do actually find Ezreal here. Unfortunately, we didn't do enough damage with our ultimate there, so I still flashed on top of him just to secure. I needed to kill him and to get the shutdown gold. You know, it's 432 gold he's worth for killing him. And then Nasus, silly enough, decides to try and fight me, and we kill him as well because of the tick of red buff. So puts us up to 12 kills now. No problem. Anyone wants some, come get some. That's all I can say. So looking to push this tier 2 mid turret. But unfortunately for us, Nasus did die to Tryndamere, probably because of his ultimate. We couldn't see what happened, but we've picked up their tier 2 now. But during this whole time, Tryndamere is obviously trying to backdoor us there. I'm pinging this, I'm like, guys, we need some assistance. But for whatever reason, no one decided to back. Really, Lee Sin should have backed, because he's not needed here. Varus misses his ultimate, God knows how he missed that. But we're still pushing hard, and we're going to be able to score this tier 3, and Nasus is back, so it's not worked out too bad, you know, swapping a tier 3 plus an inhib in the mid lane for our bot lane top tier 2, which, you know, top or bottom never really get pushed, and it's not like it's the inhib tower what's been taken either, so it's all worked out. I'm telling these guys, you know, I've signaled the retreat ping, but they're all still trying to hover around and still try and fight. I don't know why. The problem is people these days just so greedy that they stay there for way too long. We've secured the turret and the inhib. There's no reason for us to stay any longer. If we stay any longer, we're all low, and this is when they then turn around, get an ace or something, and then come win the game. Poor Varus doesn't have anything. I got my W to get over. Fresh has got his Q, Lee Sin's got his Q, and Varus was stuck over there, but luckily Fresh, being the nice guy, chucked his lantern so that he could get away from Nasus. So happy days. Looks like Nasus, we can't, again, because of the way the spectator mode is on this, unfortunately we can't really see over what's going on. You see Tryndamere did get away very low, but here's Veigar, and we pop his ultimate, and 1 E, we didn't have to chuck our Q on him, he just instantly died, just insta-death. Putting us up to 13 kills now, and we're actually unstoppable, so you know that's always good. Compared to Tryndamere, who's only on the 9, he does actually have a red elixir on him. Farm wise, he's keeping up close. We 5 CS, 6 CS actually on top of him, and counting, so looking good. GA is completed, as you can tell. We've had that for a little while now. And we've got almost 2.5 grand sitting in the bank as well, which will easily complete me my last Whisper, as I've already got the makings of the pickaxe. So we're back, and as soon as I pick up my last Whisper, we'll be able to shred through Nasus, or anyone on team. And no one has any armor anyway, so we're just going to be going through their base like armor, so even more damage. I just can't understand Nasus's build. It's kind of... He originally had a Phage in there as well, I know that. So he sold his Phage for whatever reason. So I don't know why he ever bought. He obviously decided he's bought. I don't know why you'd sell it. You know, at least he could turn it into a Frozen Mallet or into the Trinity Force at least. Even though the Iceborne obviously is a much more OP item, but I don't know why he sold it. He's just got such a weird build. I don't know what he's going for. I don't think he even knows. Whilst our Nasus has got a lot better build than what Les does, so you know, the Warmogs and the makings of the Iceborne. As soon as that's completed, it's just going to be GG. So we're on the hunt here. I'm looking to try and pop my ultimate onto Ezreal, but unfortunately we couldn't get in close enough range, so he gets away. Also, I want to mention that I'm actually using Smartcast for this game, or I have been for my last couple of games. I've kind of been getting used to it. Sometimes I make some little mistakes, but it's been going alright. Ultimate onto Tryndamere here. Unfortunately, we were unable to get the final little burst damage. Had we done that, we would have killed him instantly, because he wouldn't have pressed his ult in time, but we couldn't land a big enough combo. But it's not the end of the world. Tryndamere has still been able to been killed anyway by, I think, Lee Sin or something. Oh, Varus, because I just picked up a double kill. There goes Fresh. That is going to mean me dominating now. It means Varus can't get a triple. He's flashed in here. He is out of this. The ultimate has gone down. He landed this one there, and Nasus has nothing to him. You know, my last Whisper just shred through. You see the damage we are doing there. And that's GG to Nasus, unfortunately. You know, bad build on Nasus's part, and we're just chopping this turret down for fun now. 160 damage a time is just insane. Lee Sin kicking Ezreal, but unfortunately not having that final little bit damage to actually pick up the kill there. I don't think we actually win this. For whatever reason, we've left that top lane, the top lane inhibs still actually not been killed, but you know, we've secured one of their main turrets, so you know, I guess it's worthwhile, even though having super minions spawning would have been nice, but the fact that we secured the one of their main mid turrets is huge, I guess. So Varus and Fresh overstay on too long once again, and Tryndamere does pick up a double kill. I'm not going to stay over there. You know, even with my G8, you know, there is 5 of them up, so there's no point in me trying to fight them. I'm not that OP. As much as I like to be, I'm certainly not. So we'll be able to pick up their blue buff, along with the cooldown of our boots plus blue buff. That takes our ultimate down to 52 seconds. You know, that's pretty OP. It's not bad going at all. And we're just waiting in this bush here. Tryndamere does notice we're here. I don't know if he spun there on purpose or what, But nevertheless, ultimate has gone down on Tryndamere. We've got Veigar trying to do a little bit of damage to us as well, but even though with my GA, I didn't necessarily needed a flash there, but I didn't want to waste my GA. I wanted to keep it up for the next team fight, even though Ezreal does come along here. I got a bit greedy trying to fight Fresh along with Nasus, but Ezreal comes along and does pop my GA, but myself and Nasus are on the chase, got the Wither down along with Nasus ultimate, and every time he Qs, the Iceborne Gauntlet's going to tick in anyway, so that is GG. Nasus has popped his Ghost onto Veigar. We use our W to actually try and get around his little stun there, but still actually end up walking into it. But Nasus should have this easy enough anyway. Q to the face, and Veigar is a dead man once again. How many deaths has he got now? 13 deaths. 2 kills. No way he got those 2 kills from. I think they were both actually over Nasus. But there we go. Still highest CS in the game by quite a bit, or obviously bar Tryndamere, who was actually 2 CS behind us. But not much you can do about that. Again, we've got another 2,300 in the bank for when we back again, up to 16 kills, 2 deaths and 11 assists. We're flying through. I want to pick up on this. I actually bought a Frozen Mallet. Normally I wouldn't buy a Frozen Mallet on Jace because I just prefer to go for straight up damage. You know, I look to get for the Bloodthirst, the Last Whisper, the Black Cleaver, and then towards something like I don't know, Blade of the Rune King's okay. Never really buy it too much though, to be honest. Sometimes another Bloodthirst, depending on how much gold I have. The reason I got the Frozen Mallet though was because Tryndamere and Ezreal are quite fed. I wanted to be quite tanky in the fights and be able to last for quite a while. And my damage, you know, even I've still got 341 damage having a Frozen Mallet and a GA, you know, it's pretty OP. And I was happy with that, you know, that was enough to do me, and it means that I get 700 HP, plus when my GA's up, I'm just going to be, it's going to take a long time to kill me, and that was the idea behind it, and you can see by the fact that I only have 2 deaths, it's worked out well. I can't remember the reason why I died. Oh, there was one over Tryndamere, wasn't there, in mid lane, what I could have flashed away from, and I can't remember the other reason. Tryndamere has popped his ult here. He's going to be easy kited away by Nasus anyway because of his slows. Fresh is going to pick. Oh, I picked up the kill there because of my Ignite actually. Fresh will drop along with Nasus. So once again, it's just me here. I saw Ezreal there. I was like, yeah, I really want to kill him, but unfortunately, my ult was on cooldown for another 5 seconds or 10 seconds at the time, so it wasn't worth it. I was about to W over here, but unfortunately, Nasus was there as well, and I was like, well, with this amount of HP, you know, Nasus could quite easily, possibly one-shot me. But we do actually pop on ultimate onto Nasus because Varus was there. Varus does pick up the kill, and nice ultimate onto Ezreal. I didn't have enough HP to come back here. I thought Varus might win the fight, but Ezreal popped his barrier, and that was GG. Varus let me down on that. I thought he was going to be able to clean it up, but I was wrong. But had I went back there, I could have possibly maybe chucked a sneaky Q in, but it was a bit too dodgy, and so I backed. Not my problem, it's his problem. And we'll be able to pick up Dragon as well now. Easy to be able to solo, even though we don't have much HP, but purely because of the amount of lifesteal we have, not much of a problem to take that down. So looking very successful at the moment. You know, we've destroyed Veigar so hard in the mid lane. Veigar just, well, it wasn't his fault, you know. Obviously he thought he was going to be facing up against a AP carry or something, and he goes against the Zed, and what can you do? Zed, or, you know, I don't look to go easy when I play Zed, you know. The idea when I play Zed is to destroy people. Like, if I play Nasus, then I look to destroy people, but I look to farm is my main objective, so I can farm up my Q and then be a monster late game, while Zed, I just want to kill people, because that's what you are, you're an assassin. My job is to destroy someone, and that's what we have done to Veigar this game. So straight away we buy a Brutalizer back, and that will give us 10% cooldown reduction, and I can't remember how much armor. 10 armor penetration plus the 25 attack damage. So a nice item to have, and obviously when you complete in a Black Cleaver you get the health on it as well, and then obviously the passive something to do with armor penetration, but the cooldown stays the same. So you can keep the you can get the Brutalizer quite early and keep it like that. We do actually decide to go on Tryndamere here. I thought I'd be able to actually finish him off, you know, obviously, but the problem is, like I said, I put my ultimate on him and then he just ults, and by the time by the time I've done all my stuff, he's still attacking me. Then he just ults, so he's now invincible for like 3 or 4 seconds or whatever, and there's nothing I can do about it because he will just. I use my W to get away, and he just uses E to catch up, and I just can't do anything about it. And that is the problems with Tryndamere. And it was just unfortunate. I just didn't have enough to get away. But I thought I'd have been able to have killed him. I was hoping that I'd be able to do enough damage on my ultimate that his ultimate wouldn't, he wouldn't press it in time, but I was wrong and they got me, unfortunately. And that's sad times, but, you know, picked up my third death, but Tryndamere is Tryndamere. You know, if you look at his items, Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Bloodthirster, you know, he is doing pretty well for himself. He's actually turned around the farm. He's got 30 CS more than me. I think that's where he's pushing that top lane by himself there, where I really haven't been interested in farms since the laning phase, really. My farm hasn't really increased that much. I was, you know, what was around 160 or something by 20 minutes? You know, it's been 13 minutes and it's only gone up by 60 if that's the case, so I've not really been interested in farming. Maybe that's something I have to look into more, as being a bit more keep my farm up when it comes into the late game, because farm is so important. But item wise, we are pretty much full items. As soon as we complete our brutalize into Black Cleaver, that's it, and that's only about 1200 gold to go. Nasus, I think, just picked up a double kill there, either him or Lee Sin. I think it was Nasus. They are on the hunt of Ezra, whose GA has gone down. I'm here to the rescue. Will I be able to pick up the kill? Unfortunately not. Nasus, we are on a chase. Nasus actually popped Ghost there, but I didn't realise this at the time. So I popped my ultimate because I thought I didn't want to get him to get away. I didn't want to have to pop my ultimate, but I thought he was going to get away, so that's why I did it. But I picked up the kill. You know, the AD carry's gone down, and he's going to be down for another minute now, so which means we can literally just push through the turrets. And it's happy days. During that whole time of Tryndamere trying to hold that off, my team has pushed the final mid turret down now. I'm just getting this top one just for the sake of it, well, because I can. And you see we're coming over here now, but with Nasus there, you know, he could literally just Q the inhib and that would just be dead. Getting pulled in by Zed, and that's what happens. GG. So I think we finished on about 17 kills then, 3 assists and 3 deaths and over 10 assists. I can't remember how many exactly. But yeah, it was a good fun game. It was just sucked for Veigar really, that the fact that I was there, but obviously he wouldn't predict that. You know, he thought it'd be going against the 1 AP, of course, but he was wrong, and it was the cost of his life quite a few times. So ZOP. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. We'll be bringing out a lot more League, obviously my normal live gameplays, but I've got a couple like this as I missed out on recording some games and so forth. So nevertheless, I hope you guys have a good day and take it easy. Peace.